Hello everyone, thanks for tuning into this morning's video. We're going to have a look at the chance of some colder weather coming back into the second week of February. It's a bit uncertain at the moment, but I think we are seeing just the signs beginning to emerge that we might get a bit of a colder spell coming along for the second week of the coming month. Now, if we go on video, I just want to talk about the advertising about usually be a video ad overlay my weather videos at gasweathervids.com. Please play those in the ad, you'll be supporting gasweathervids.com by doing that. This is just a quick look at the radar picture first of all. We've got some heavy rain coming into the west. It's going to be turning wet and windy across most parts of the country through the course of today. Some really wet weather coming along, and obviously that is going to create more problems with flooding in some places where we had the heavy rain over the weekend, and we also had the rapid snow melt, of course. And then we've got more rain coming up across England and Wales in particular tomorrow, so quite an unsettled spell coming along. Anyway, let's get on with the 8 to 10 day period. These are the 500 millibar height anomaly charts. 500 millibars, 18,000 feet, is an important area in the atmosphere because that's where we get high pressure and low pressure developing, and these high pressure, low pressure areas are signalled here by the height. So the red area is indicating above average temperature at 18,000 feet, so that extrapolates high pressure. The blue colours indicating below average temperatures at 18,000 feet, extrapolated to low pressure. And these areas of high pressure and low pressure really are what give us our weather, as they're moved around by the jet stream running above. The jet stream here is indicated by these lines. Now this is for 8 to 10 days time, so this is taking us towards around the 4th to the 7th of February, so just before the period that I think we're looking at for when we might get the cold weather coming on in the second week. But the signals are there really of what could happen, and the main thing is this very deep trough around the eastern side of the United States up into eastern Canada, and this very large and intense ridge of high pressure in the Atlantic. Because if this trough of low pressure in the east of the states digs down, it should promote this ridge in the Atlantic to start to build north. Now we've got good heights here still going on to the north of Scandinavia, so it wouldn't take much once this high pressure in the Atlantic ridges north, once the ridge pushes northwards, it wouldn't take much to get it back together with that area of above average heights to the north of Scandinavia. And what could well happen is that we finish up setting up another blocking feature somewhere to the north or the northeast of the country in the second week of the month. That's the ECMWF, this is the GFS. This is more or less the same, but we've got some below average heights here to the north around Greenland and going on into Scandinavia. So we haven't got that area of above average heights to the north of Scandinavia that's waiting to hook up with this high pressure in the Atlantic. But nevertheless, we've still got the trough here to the east of the states and the east of Canada digging down, and we've still got that strong ridge in the Atlantic. So the idea from this again is that you probably, once this trough digs into the Atlantic, promote this ridge to push northwards. But this could be a more transient type feature. I think the ECMWF is very close to setting up quite a prolonged cold spell again for the second week of the month, whereas the GFS probably would be a more transient type affair. So let's have a look at the generic models. This is the GFS first of all. This is for 8 days time, Monday the 4th of February, so a week away. We've got high pressure in the Atlantic bringing in this westerly wind, and we can see what happens as we move through to the 5th of February. So the next day we start to ridge that high pressure northwards, start to push it up towards Greenland. Does it manage to form a blocking feature? Well, on this run, the 6 o'clock run, it actually doesn't, and instead we push the Atlantic back through. But I'm not sure about that, and even if that does happen, the high pressure is still there waiting to ridge back north again. But again, we've not really got above average heights, so above average pressure here to the north of the country. So if this high pressure did ridge north and pull the winds into the north and northeast, it probably wouldn't last that long. But if you have a look at the ECMWF, that shows again a high pressure sitting to the southwest of the country in a week's time, Monday the 4th of February. And as we go out to Thursday the 7th, 10 days time, we do start to reach that high pressure north. And notice we've got better heights here across the north to the north of the country going into the north of Scandinavia. That's very close, I think, to setting up quite a prolonged cold sort of pattern with this trough here to the north of Scotland digging southwards across the country, and I think we'd expect to pull winds back into the east or the northeast. For the GM, the Canadian model, the high pressure gain to the southwest of the country for Monday the 4th of February. Going out again, the suggestion is that we try to bridge that high pressure northwards again. Probably not got the good extent of heights that we have on the ECMWF, but I think we are bridging that high pressure north, and beyond that, for the second week of February, I do think that would set up some colder weather. So I think we are looking probably at winter returning for the second week of February. Now, it's going to get colder again as we go towards the end of this week, actually, but that's going to be quite a brief affair. But the detail on that's very uncertain. I'll be looking at that more tomorrow and then on Wednesday in the 5-day forecast, but that's going to be quite a brief affair. This, what we're looking at for the second week of February, could potentially be somewhat of a more prolonged cold spell. It's a long way off, though. So I've got to firm up on the detail on it. It may not come off, but it's certainly one to keep an eye on. Second week of February, winds to go back into the northeast perhaps. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.